Good morning, everyone. So this is a singles reading. It is Love, What's Next? This is kind of, oh, I just realised these are all the wrong way round. There we are. That's right. That's right. So this is love advice for singles. It's what's next. It's timeless. Whenever you land on this video is here for you. If you have landed on this on a catch up, then it's meant for you. Welcome to everyone watching. Thank you. Quite a few of you have joined. So hey, hi guys. Oh, hi Valerie. Hi Valerie. You all right? So yeah. I hope you're all doing great this morning. It's really great to be here. Happy New Year, obviously. Wow, yeah, I'd forgotten that. Amazing. Right, so I don't celebrate New Year, so I'd kind of forgotten that it was New Year, but anyway. Yeah, so this is a love reading for singles. What it really is, I'll explain just very briefly. It's kind of like what you can do, what's happening with you. So it's about you. It's not about somebody else. Although somebody else may appear in the reading. I don't know what the cards are. So say, for example, if you're in a complicated situation, so if you're strictly speaking single, this is for you, so even if you've kind of got a love interest. Also, if you are watching this and you're not single, that's fine too. Just, you can just adjust the messages as you feel fit. As I always say, please feel free to assign more than one group, etc., etc. So basically what you need to do now is choose a group, and I can see someone's already chosen group 2. That's cool. So whatever group you want to choose, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, and let's get on with today's reading. If you do want a private reading with me, you can check the description box below. Please also, anyone who's watching, please comment in the community about what video you'd like to see on Friday. So I'm open to whatever you would like. So yeah, so feel free. I think I've got 7 or 8 cards today, a few standard fountain tarot that I tend to use at the moment, and some John Holland psychic tarot for the heart. Okay, let's get on with it. Why am I moving group 1? Oh dear. I didn't sleep very well last night because there were lots of fireworks. Obviously, it's New Year. Right, okay. Hi, group 1. How are you doing? So this is your singles love advice. So we've got the Magician, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the Hierophant. These are clarifiers. I'm going to come back to these just so we don't get too overwhelmed in one go. It looks very bright. I hope you can see okay. I'm just going to move my light. I don't know why. It seems brighter than normal. I hope that you can actually see. If you can't, I'm sorry about that. I might have to hold the cards up. Although it just looks super bright, more than normal. If someone could tell me if you can see the cards, because my on my camera it looks so bright you can't even see the cards, but that's probably just my camera. I found this before that it's not. So maybe if someone could tell me, a few of you are watching, maybe someone could say if you can actually see the cards. Anyway, we've got the Magician, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, so what's going on here? What can you do? What's next for you? Do you know what? I do really feel they're telling me they're the wrong way around. I do this sometimes. It's the way I pick the group up. It's bright. Okay, thank you, Val. Let me look. Let me turn this main light off, see if this makes a difference. Does this help? No, it's this light. Oh, yes, it does help. Right, okay, that's fine now. I've turned my main light off and it's worked. Thank you, Val. Okay, so, oh, no, it's done it again. What is going on? Why is it? This is very, very strange because it was fine a second ago and now it's not. Right, I'm just going to do it like that for today because I don't know what's going on. I have a suspicion, but anyway, we'll see. Right, so let's have a look at what's going on. So we've got the Hierophant, the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and then the Magician. Right, okay. So what the Hierophant is all about: learning lessons, needing to learn. Also, sticking to your practice, staying on the track that you're on. Not a time to make any wildly different moves. I feel like, now is a time for you to kind of consolidate, to learn, to stick to the path that you're on. Now, that said, this is a general reading. So some of you have maybe been, one or two of you will have maybe been doing some things lately that, oh, that's not really right for me. So use your common sense. But on the whole, they're saying you're learning at the moment. You're consolidating, you're bringing things together, you're making sense of things. You're on the right track is what I generally feel, because look, if you can learn from your past experiences, if you can continue on the track you're on, if you can kind of make sense of the path that you're on and keep going, this is going to bring you 9 of Cups. This is the happiness, this is the joy. Oh, LP, yeah, I do remember you. Of course I remember you. Sorry, it's just someone commenting. Hi. Yeah, so 9 of Cups. Yeah. So this is really important, because what they're saying is if you can learn from the past mistakes, or, if you can learn, basically, there are no mistakes, but, if you can learn and stick to the path and be quite disciplined with yourself, then this is going to bring you the happiness in the new love relationship. So you're kind of on the right track is what I'm feeling like. If you're waiting to see if someone's going to come back, it does look like they are. 6 of Cups. There's also something here about nostalgia, childhood, the past. This could be to do with your learning as well. It's like you need to learn from the past. You need to learn from your old experiences. Some of you, this is about not getting caught up in a childhood pattern, not repeating patterns from your past. But, if the whole crux of this is, if you can be wise, if you can listen to your inner light, if you can listen to your inner wisdom, you can manifest. This is the Magician. This is manifesting the new beginning. This is, yeah, definitely that. Manifesting the new beginning. Some of you may have noticed the light flashing then. For those of you who are still here, the light was too bright at the beginning. I think it's angelic, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know whether it's just around this group or in general, but the light flashed then. And this does happen sometimes, that the light gets really bright. So interesting. This is the light I use for all my readings, and I always have it in this position, and I've had to move it away because it's too bright and no one can see the cards. But I do think this is probably an angelic presence. Right, so anyway, the point is you can manifest a new beginning. You've got angelic support, you've got angelic presence. So you can manifest, but the thing is, they can't help you unless you help yourself. That's the basic message. So you've got to learn and then act on that learning. That's the key. All right. That is the key. So yeah. Okay. This is amazing. We've got the Empress. This is the nurture card. This is the divine feminine. 8 of Coins and love, the lovers. Right. This is so clear. Exactly what I've just said. I'm just confirming here with these confirmation cards. Most of you watching are feminine or identify with the feminine or a female position in some way, shape or form. What they're saying here is this is the time to really embrace that, to really take action in your life and to be in powerful alignment with yourself, to be your best self and just to be yourself, to shine, to rise up, to whatever you want to call it. But this is about fully embodying yourself and your life. Bringing in this new situation, being open to receiving all good that comes your way, which can only happen if you feel really confident. So it's really just about stepping into your true self. How do you do this? 8 of Coins. This is dedicated effort. This is self-mastery. This is fine-tuning your situation and your circumstances. And where will this lead you? If you learn, if you step into yourself, if you master your situation, like with this Hierophant, you get the lovers. The divine love. So this is leading you towards the divine love. Okay. But what you've got to understand as well with the lovers is it is a choice. It's a choice. It's also a call to be authentic. So you have to be authentic. You have to have learned. This is the key. If you want the divine love that you're looking for, or this person to come into your life, whether it's a return as in someone you've already been with, or a return as in like a soul connection that you're waiting to come in, that person to join with, you have to have learned. If you're still in a low vibe, doing low vibe things, you're going to continue to attract low vibe situations or no situation. If you are really in step in, what I find is if you're really in step in other areas of your life and you're really mindful and conscious, what will happen is if you're out of step romantically, what will happen is just no one will come. So they won't send you someone really or you won't attract someone really low vibe or negative. You just won't attract anyone. So if you feel stalemate or stuck, this could be because you need to really learn, and there could be like a vibratory change, or a fine tuning that's needed. Number one, I hope that makes sense. Loads of love to you. I will see you on hopefully tomorrow's reading. I can't remember. Oh, what's coming in 2020? I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, and please make a comment in the community about what reading you'd like to see on Friday. Loads of love, guys, and I will see you really soon, or on a private reading. Hi, right. Hi to everyone joining. I'm just seeing the comments popping up. It's distracting in a really nice way. I'll read them all later. Okay, so group 2, let's have a look at singles. What's next for you in love? Right, let's have a look. So what can you do? Okay, we've got a person here. King of Wands, 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, the Fool. Okay, so for the majority of you, I don't feel like this is actually a brand new person. I don't feel like you are completely single. You've maybe got your eye on someone, or you've been dating someone, or there's someone that you're kind of connected to. If not, this is just someone coming in for you. But what I'm saying is, for the majority of you, this is someone who you already kind of know. So let me describe him, because this is not really so much advice for you about what you can do, but more about what they are up to. So this person is not far away from you. This person is the King of Wands. So he could be a fire sign, he or she, because obviously I'm saying he because it's a male on the card, but also because majority of you are females inquiring about a male heterosexual relationship, but it can be for any relationship. This could be a man or a woman, okay? But this, because it's a male on the card, I'm going to say he, but you can just exchange it for she, okay? So King of Wands, this is someone who is in charge. This is someone who has a strong masculine quality, whether they are male or female. This generally for me is the divine masculine of the minor arcana. So this is someone who takes charge of the situation, someone who's bold, someone who can delegate, someone who's a leader. This person could be a boss, a CEO, someone who takes charge of their own life. They could be very creative as well, because there is a wand. This is someone who's feisty, fiery, probably pretty sexy. There's a strong chemistry with you and them. So even if even if you don't really resonate, that they're not maybe a CEO or they're not a fire sign, but there's a strong fire between you guys. There's all this power around this person regarding you. And I don't mean power as in control, as in ego. I mean power as in there's a strong chemistry here. There's definitely a strong chemistry. What it looks like to me is that this person is around you. They're coming towards you. But what's going on at the moment is that they've got the 10 of Wands going on. So they have got a lot on their plate. This could be someone who is a boss or a CEO, in which case this person is, busy. It could be that they've got a lot of duties, a lot going on. This could also be the burden of an old relationship or a difficult responsibility that they've got going on. It's not always heavy. It's not always difficult. It's not always something they don't want, but generally it is a difficult situation that is somewhat unwanted. It's a little bit more pressure or a bit more to carry than they might want. I feel that this is definitely the case with them because of the 5 of Cups with it. They're living in the past. They're still dealing with some upset or difficulty over the past. They're still carrying a duty, a burden, a sense of guilt, a sense of responsibility, a sense of sadness or difficulty. But the good thing with the 10 is that it is nearly ending. The good thing with the 5 of Cups is it's saying, this is over now. You're crying over spilled milk now. It's time to move on. And the Fool says that this person is going to move forward. So I know this has been about them and it's really a reading that's about you. But what they're saying is this person is near you and this is this process they're going through. So they may be at this stage, but if they are at this stage, they're going to be moving here soon. Okay, let's look at the clarifiers for you. It's still about this person. So I feel like the majority of you who've picked number 2 are not strictly speaking single. You're Okay, so somebody said that you're waiting for them to come forward. Yeah, this is someone you know, or someone you've had a bit of a relationship with, or you're friends with, and it's maybe becoming more. You're waiting for them. Yeah, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. So the clarifiers are that their heart is there. This is someone who you feel a really strong heart connection with. This is someone who you feel a real deep soul, probably soul connection with, a real deep, maybe even love for. But yeah, there's a sense of helpless and hopeless. There's this sense of this person is trapped in their own mind, in their own worries and fears. The Ten of Wands is a real sense of responsibility. So, they do have a responsibility, but actually the lamenting, the crying, the mourning, the sadness is self-inflicted, so the Ten of Wands doesn't have to be difficult. What they're saying is there is a way for this person to deal with the situation and then move forwards. And I do think that's where they're going. Because they're saying for you, love advice, what's next? In the future, there is going to be this new beginning, the Fool, this leap forwards, this leaving the baggage behind, leaving the difficulty behind. So I do see this coming. But at the moment, this person is, the Master card is the Devil. This person is trapped in a difficult situation, or they feel trapped. And I love the picture on this card, because what it's really saying is you have to master your own heart. The issue is really your own fears, or, as in his. The issue is his own fears. But the heart connection is there, and I do feel that this can resolve. I really do feel like this can resolve. Yeah, so I think that it's kind of, for some of you, it's a bit of a waiting game. I don't really know. It's obviously, because it's general, it's difficult to say. But with this Fool card in the future, I do feel like this is where it's going. I do feel like this is where it's going. I do think a new start is on the way. Loads of love, guys. I will see you on the next reading, or a private reading. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Hi, group 3. Thank you for your comments, Trish, by the way. I am reading them as they're coming up. Right, okay. Group 3. So, we are looking at love. What's next for you? So we got the King of Coins, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Coins, and the 9 of Coins. So again, you've got a person. However, this is a little bit, if you've watched group 3, you knew that this was the King of Wands in the last one. The King of Coins is a bit different for me. This could be a person. So you could be inquiring about someone that you already know, or you could already have a sort of connection with someone, or this could be the person coming in for you. However, in my readings, the King of Coins is very often just like a placeholder or a symbol for a long-term partner. Okay, so what this is saying is, to get the long-term partner, this is what we need to go through. So I feel like that is kind of more the message. They're saying yes, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, I'm going to go with that. So even if you feel this does also represent a person, this is still the process that needs to be gone through in order to achieve the long-term partner. What I do know, group 3, is that most of you are looking for someone who is a bit more committed. You're looking for more of a committed situation, whatever that means to you. So for some of you, it's marriage. For some of you, it's just, being in more of a steady relationship. But I do feel like that's what most of you are looking for. This is someone who is reliable, stable. This is someone who's kind of down to earth. If you are thinking that this is a person, this could be an earth sign, or someone who's pretty grounded, someone who's kind of maybe likes nature, someone who's kind of earthy in some way, shape, or form. This is someone who's loyal, dependable, often a bit slow moving, can be a bit stubborn, can be a bit like slow to make changes, not necessarily a really radical out there person. Particularly with relationships, could be a bit traditional. So if that's the person I'm describing, if you're asking about, is this your person or someone you've got in mind, that's the description I would give. But in general, this could just be your long-term partner, someone who's a provider, someone who's there for you, someone who cares for you, someone who wants to offer you a situation. So in order to get there, what they're saying is there's some old emotional baggage that needs to be left behind. It's all about overcoming your own inner emotional boundaries, if you like. And I don't mean doing things you don't want to do, as in, you know, crossing your own boundaries. What I mean here is breaking free of limitations, breaking free of breaking out of your comfort zone. You know, it takes being emotionally perhaps a little more resilient and going beyond, really focusing on what you want rather than settling. There's some element with the Eight of Cups of being stuck in a pattern. Well, there's a lot of that. It's entirely about that, really, about being stuck in a pattern and not being able to break free of your own limiting pattern. What they're saying is your own addicted limiting pattern. And now this doesn't need to be addiction as in drinking or shopping or eating. It can be, it can be, but it can be a limited thinking pattern. This pattern is what's keeping you single. Five of coins. Yeah. I mean, that's very often the case. It's not a criticism. It's not a judgment. It's perfectly normal human behavior. But, you know, they're saying that your own limited thing, your own limited situation, your own negative pattern is part, at least, of why you still feel so alone. Now, that's not a blame thing, you know, and if you feel outraged or blamed or criticized for that, then this is the personality, this is the mind that just loves to complain, you know. And the thing is, that's not who you really are. And that's where you need to go, to that deep place within, who knows, who feels confident, who has faith in you. You know, that's your true you know, and that's where you need to go. That's what they're saying here, is that you can achieve anything you want. You know, you can achieve whatever you want. You've got to break free of that limitation within. So the Nine of Coins is saying you can get what you want. This is comfort, this is joy, this is you know, this is getting what you want. The Nine of Coins is a card of comfort. What I would say is it is a slow moving energy as well. So this is a kind of situation that is kind of a bit, it can feel like it's taking forever, but you can get there. But they're not saying it's entirely about you. You know, it can be circumstances, divine timing, and many factors. But what they're saying is actually there is something you can do about it. And this is this emotional pattern that you need to break free of. A lot of you are already partway through it. Let's look at the clarifiers. Reach out. Three of Coins. Yeah, this is saying that other people can help you. Reach out. This is this sense of this Five of Coins. This is very much a clarifier on this situation. Some of you are isolating yourself because you feel rejected, pushed out. You're still repeating an old pattern where you don't fit in, no one wants you, no one loves you. You know, you could be repeating some sort of sad story to yourself, which I get entirely. We've all been there. We are all there at times, because this is human nature. This is human mind. It's not your personal mind, it's human mind. This is what human consciousness is like at times when it's in its sort of negative, fearful state. But the point is, this is saying reach out. Three of Coins. You need to communicate and connect with other people. You can't go it alone. You know, so it's about collaboration. It's about working with people. This is also a card that says that, you know, if you can reach out, you can achieve. You can do what you need to do. You can get there. You know, the Three of Coins is a really fantastic sign of you being successful in the future. So this is awesome, you know. And it is a card of an apprenticeship. You're sort of, in a way, you're at the early stages. So don't beat yourself up if things are taking a little while to manifest. Six of Cups, this could be someone who you've got your mind on, will return to you. There's also something here about nostalgia, being your authentic self. It can also be a sign to let go of a childhood pattern. Okay. And then we've got the Nine of Wands. What they're saying is keep going. Don't give up. Yes, this is pile free. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep going. Don't panic. Don't panic. This is the thing. There's something here about feeling stuck, feeling helpless and hopeless, feeling frustrated, feeling isolated, feeling like it's never going to come. But you know what? Small steps. Reach out. Let people help you. Keep going. You're not as far away from the manifestation as you may think. Okay, loads of love, group 3. I will see you on tomorrow's reading or on a private reading. In the meantime, have a fantastic day. Someone's saying, how long should we wait for group 3? I don't want to say too much about this. When I said it's a waiting game, straight away I thought, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I don't necessarily advocate waiting at all. What it means is that it's kind of a wait and see. I would always say, but it's just my personal opinion, it's not guidance. I would always say, continue with your life as if you are not waiting, you know, because life is precious. So live in the now, live in the moment, enjoy your life now. And what I mean by wait and see, as in they will either come or they won't. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. You know, just do whatever, just continue your life as normal. And the thing is, if they're meant for you, they will find their way back in. It sounds cliche, but I have found through many readings that that is the case. Okay. It's just not closing your mind off entirely, not being really negative about them, you know, but just kind of putting it to one side and continuing. Right. Group 4. Here we go. So we have got for singles, what's next? We've got the Star, we've got the 9 of Swords, we've got the 10 of Coins, and we've got the Empress. Okay, so what is going on here? This is really interesting. You've got something really great, potentially, really great. You've been given an opportunity, or there is an opportunity around you. I feel like you could have had a really bad time lately. Not now, it's nothing to worry about. I don't mean a bad time is coming. What I mean is something difficult could have come recently. You may have experienced a bit of a tower moment. The reason I say that is the Star comes after the Tower. So I feel like you could have had a really difficult time. Things could have been really destructive or broken down. You might have had a breakup or a disappointment. You could have lost a job or something like that. There's something difficult has happened in your life. But the thing is that regarding love, you've got some great magical opportunity around you now. However, you do need to be open to the magical, to the mystical. You do need to be open to the spiritual aspect of you. This isn't something that you can achieve through your mind. This isn't something you can think about and problem solve. You know, it's something that will be achieved through listening to that inner part of you and being guided. And also, this is an opportunity that will probably come when you least expect it, from an angle that you wouldn't expect at all. So with the Star, this is the key. It's like be open to a new opportunity. There's hope on the horizon. Don't give up on your situation. The 9 of Swords says you're worried about it. You're overthinking the situation. This is the sleepless nights card. So it could literally be worrying you and making you feel like, you know, I have no option here. There's an option you can't see. There's an opportunity that you're not fully embracing. That doesn't mean you need to try harder. It means you need to try less. Relax, open up. Something is coming your way that's going to bring you great abundance. 10 of Coins. This is the, you know, the full manifestation of everything you want. This is a situation, the romantic situation that's heading your way could well be sort of the whole package, because the 10 of Coins is money. It is financial security, but it's more like everything's sorted. The finances, the romance, the family, everything's in place. It's that kind of like everything's sorted energy, you know. And I do think there's a lot of abundance coming your way in love, but it's going to come in a way that you don't necessarily expect, you know, from a direction that you wouldn't expect, you know. So it's a little bit unusual. I get that. But overthinking it will make you feel afraid when you are up in your head, when you're anxious, when you're dwelling on the logical side of it and you can't make it make sense. When you're overthinking the situation, what you do is cut yourself off from your intuition, and the Star requires you to be very intuitive. For some of you, you are actually moving towards a female. So some of you, you could be a man looking for a female relationship, or a female looking for a female relationship. So this could be the person that you're moving towards. If not, this is about you. This is about you becoming your feminine, divine feminine, complete and fully centered self. So this is a strong female energy that is has a sense of completion within her, you know, so she's like fully living her life. And I think this is the key here. They're saying rather than being fearful, this is about being your true feminine aspect, bringing in the new situation. The Empress births the new situation. So you can have the new situation you want, but it's about being fully empowered. In short, that is a very, very quick way of putting it, but that's fine. So let's look at the clarifiers. Yet feeling alone. Okay, so at the minute, like I said, there's this sense of fear or anxiety of, you know, you feel very alone. You feel very frustrated. Yeah, manifest, that's the Magician, and joy and stability, Four of Wands. So yeah, Five of Coins at the minute, you feel pushed out, you feel out in the cold, you feel like things aren't going your way. However, you can manifest the new situation, totally. But it's going to come from where you least expect it. So how do you manifest it? You know, this slightly annoying concept of in the new age stuff at the minute of manifesting. So how do you manifest it? In a way, it's kind of the opposite to what you would expect. It's not about thinking. If you try to problem solve, think, and create lists of what you're looking for to too much of an extent, you actually make yourself feel crazy sometimes, you know? So it's like let go and let God. Have confidence, have faith in the new situation, know that you're powerful, know, you know, these are these two cards, know that you're powerful, know that you are deserve love, that you deserve to receive, that things are good for you, you know, feel optimistic, positive, because then you've got the Four of Wands coming, you have got the joy and stability. Again, these two cards together are very much the happily ever after, but very practical happily ever after. There's a sense with the Four of Wands of joy, stability, prosperity, being able to kind of come together, enjoy the fruits of your labor, enjoy the situation you're in. It is a card of taking that next step in a relationship, so commitment, moving in together. It can sometimes be seen as a marriage card. So yeah, I think that there's absolutely every reason to think that you can move there. It's just not allowing your own fearful story or getting too attached and too committed to your own to your sense of feeling alone and sad. I mean, we all feel like that at times. It's part of human nature, but don't get too stuck in it and realize that the way this is going to be resolved is perhaps not quite the way you expected. It's going to be even better. So be open to how this can resolve. That's the key with the Star. Guys, have an amazing day. Loads of love. I'll see you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading in the meantime. See you soon, guys. Bye.